Hey everyone, it's Michael from Xano. In this video, I'm going to cover one of the object functions, which is get entries. So get entries is going to take the entries or pairings, key value pairs of an object array and actually transform those into an array of key value pairs. So let's dive into an example so we can see exactly what that looks like, because it might sound a little confusing at first. Let's first look at what the structure of an object looks like. So here on my screen, I'm just getting a single record from my products table. We can see here's an object. It has different key value pairs, right? So on the left side are all the keys. That's things like ID, created at, name, price, quantity, okay? And then their values. So that's things like 1, coffee mug, $7.99, 50. Okay, those are all the values. So what get entries is going to do, it's going to turn all these entries into a numerically indexed array. So the first entry being ID and 1 together, okay? So ID would be the key and 1 being the value. And then the next key value pair would be created at and this timestamp. So let's go ahead and actually apply that so we can see exactly what that looks like. So I'm going to my function stack, data manipulation, objects at the bottom, and then at the very bottom here is get entries. So you can see get entries looks like the other object functions if you used them before. It first asks to take in that object. Mine's going to be products underscore 1. Typically it'll be a variable from your function stack, sometimes an input. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And my name here, let's just go ahead and say entries. And I'll go ahead and save that. And now let me just update my response here so we can see the result of this function. So if I go ahead and run this, you can see now we get all the entries in this array. So we have key being ID, value being 1. Our next entry, the key is created at, the value is this timestamp. Our next entry is the key is name and the value is coffee mug, and so on and so forth. So this can be really helpful if you're searching for certain key names or values that are present maybe in an object, but you're not exactly sure where they may fall. So that's get entries. I do also want to point out that we can achieve this same data transformation through filters. So obviously there is the function get entries, but let me go ahead and just simply apply this here in the response. I'll just return products 1 and then I'll add a filter to it. And if I search for entries, and I need to spell that right, you can see it gets the property entries of an object as a numerically indexed array of key value pairs, just like the function. So I'm going to go ahead and hit update. So that's now applied to that products 1 variable. And if I run this, you can see we'll get the exact same result. There are all my entries in this numerically indexed array. So hopefully you found that helpful. Get entries can be a pretty unique but powerful function when used in the right context. Also take note that you can use it through a filter too if need be.